Alright, I got a new stove that I just built. It's kind of odd. I built it out of some parts I found at a GoodWill store. And I'm going to get it going here to start out. It's 2 parts. So we'll see how this works. I burned it a minute ago, and it got really hot. And so I want to see if I can maintain that without having... It actually was, I thought, overheating. So I want to see if I can maintain that without too much heat. We're at 60 degrees, 2 cups of water, and we're going to see how long it takes to boil in the Kmart grease pot. I have a thermostat running off, and this actually puts off a lot of heat. I'm curious if I can bring it down in heat. I don't know if you can see it in the video here, but it actually, the center boils over into the outer one, which I don't fill up because I don't want it boiling too much over. The boil over is fine, but I don't want the outer one to boil over. So that's why I put less in that one. Both the center and the outer have carbon felt in them, but you can really literally see the boil over of the center one. It gets so much heat coming off of it. I also need to be careful because of the extensive heat coming off of it that my cord does not catch fire here. This is a pretty hot one. I'm going to raise this up. It does die down in a second here, I believe. Or at least I'm going to keep myself out of the light and keep this out of the flame, because I don't think it's a true measurement if this is getting hit by fire. Couldn't tell if it just boiled over there or not. It didn't look like it did. The alcohol I'm worried about boiling over is what I'm worried about. Actually, this is putting off a lot more heat than I thought it was going to put off. My arm is actually very hot, way above is holding this cord up. I mean, I'm a foot and a half above it almost, and I can feel the heat just rolling off of this thing. It is a definite inferno of flame. Maybe too intense. Maybe I need to put a little less alcohol in the outer tray. There's 209, 210, 211, and I can hear it coming to a boil, 212. And it is definitely boiling in there. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out so I don't have to hold it above there anymore. It didn't get too hot. So, that's a pretty intense flame that's putting off there. So there it is. I'm going to let this come to a stop, and then I will show you the individual parts of the stove. This is almost burned out, but as you can see, now that it's coming down a little bit, I have carbon felt in the outer ring and carbon felt in the inner ring here to form this stove. I'm going to blow it out and then show you the individual pieces. Okay, it is made of a stainless steel, not an aluminum, so I would not suggest touching this right now. It's very hot, but I happen to have a spare inner part that I can show you real quick here. So the inner part is just a candle, I don't know what they call it, a candle motif or candle holder. It's just a shiny little steel candle holder. And I have I didn't check it yet, but I want to check something. I have a magnet here. It is steel, not aluminum, as you can see. So I think that's part of the reason that it gets so hot, is because it's made of steel and boils the alcohol, is because it is so hot. And the outer shell is just, I don't think I can touch it yet. No, absolutely not. You can't touch it yet. So let me grab it like this and show you what it is. This is I'll get it yet. Is it legible on there? Probably not. So it is a Starbucks coffee mug This is the bottom of the mug. I think the rest of it was a plastic, but the bottom of the mug was actually a metal. There it goes. It should be cool now. It was actually a metal frame. Not going to focus on it. Okay, and then the top piece is just a piece of stainless steel. That's still too hot to touch. Stainless steel candle with a carbon felt stuffing. So, little ring of carbon felt in there to hold that in place. The outer flame boils the alcohol in the inner. So you put a primer out here, fill this one almost all the way up, and then this boils over into the outer, creating a vast amount of fire. Anyways, that's my newest stove made out of just some parts that I found at the Goodwill store. Thanks for watching.